Hi everyone, this is Paul Allen Clifford coming to you from Church Tech Today. I've recently submitted a new article, and there are a couple of terms and a couple of things that I'd like to clarify. So let's do that on video. First off, it's all about video switchers, and I talk a lot about whether a particular video switcher has a traditional preview and program bus, for example. So let me show you exactly what I mean. This is the web interface, or the desktop computer interface rather, of a Blackmagic ATEM Television Studio HD. In fact, you're looking at the recording through it. I have it all piped through that particular switcher. So this is actually very reminiscent of a lot of video switchers, whether it's a $300 video switcher like the ATEM Television Studio Mini, or it's a $10,000 or $100,000 video switcher. Basically, they're very similar. So we have the preview bus. That's this set of buttons down here. And what the preview bus is it allows you to compose your shot before you actually take it. So, you could put fill in preview here, which these are to the outputs of my ProPresenter 7 setup, or I could put camera 6 or what have you, and take a look at what I'm about to see. Then, once I know exactly what it looks like, once I'm satisfied with what it looks like, I can go ahead and use one of these two buttons to do the transition. Now, based on what this transition style is set to, normally it's going to be mix. But depending on what it's set to, auto will do different things. When it's set to mix, it does a cross dissolve. So let me do just that. And back. Now, since I had that connected to camera 6, which doesn't have anything connected to it, it looked a lot like a fade to black. But that's what the auto transition does. You'll notice that I switched to Mac 2, and that's the one that has my camera on it. So when I hit cut, there I am, and when I hit auto, it dissolves back. And it does that at this rate. A lot of people are used to using the T-bar as well, which is the way you have a lot more control over the speed of the transition. You could even stop it halfway through, although I wouldn't recommend it. It's kind of fallen out of favor as a way to do things. So that's something that's really helpful to know, the preview bus and the transitions. Another thing that's helpful to know is the program bus. So up here, this shows what is actually going out live right now. Right now I have Mac 1, but if I were to press any of these buttons, and remember, while this is a computer interface, it looks a lot like just a regular hardware switcher control surface, it will instantaneously go to that. So if I click on Mac 2, here I am again. And if I click on Mac 1, I'm back. And that's what we call hot punching, or it's really a way to skip the step of choosing the transition, making sure you have your preview. If you know that all your shots are good, then you can take it. Another helpful little thing to know about is the Multiview. And I'm going to hot punch right to the Multiview to show you what that looks like. This is the Multiview that's coming out of the ATEM Television Studio HD. So you can see it's a bit of a loop, I admit. So what's on program up here in the upper right hand corner, oops, forgot that it's mirrored. There we go. Upper right hand corner is the entire multi-view. The preview you see is just my camera. I've got another camera behind me that's pointed at the set that I do some of my tutorials in front of, and a lot of different things that you can see are going on here. So ideally, your video switcher would also have a multi-view like the one you're looking at, so that the director can preview all the shots at once. So that's another very helpful feature to have. And that's why the ATEM Mini is very scaled down. It doesn't have a multi-view. It can have a preview, but that it only has one HDMI jack. So that's why it's so inexpensive compared to some of the other switchers on the list. So when it comes to video switchers, it's important that you know the features you need, and it's important you know some of the atypical things that you'll see with some more prosumer video switchers as opposed to what you see in professional switchers that all follow the same metaphor of preview, program, as well as keys, downstream keys, upstream keys, and the cut and auto transition button. So until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford from Church Tech Today, reminding you to do your research, read everything that you can to learn more about the appropriate gear that you need for your church to go out and change eternity.